Welcome to GIODN, the world's fastest growing global OD network, helping professionals to learn, network, and advance in the field of OD to make a global impact.
There's a really wonderful report that the Change Lab put out in 2019, 2020. And our common assumption, they did thousands of surveys or individual responses and surveys in hundreds of companies. MichelleMcQuaid.com, you can find this. She's out of Australia. And what they found, you'd think in all this pandemic and all this change in this unprecedented era of constant change, the common presumption is that this is that people experience stress and burnout and so on. What they found was that there's no correlation, or not a clear correlation, between the amount of change and people's burnout and stress. What they found, it's the way the change happens. And they then locked into studies of appreciative inquiry and looked at companies that were using the more positive, strength-based and life-centric. What is it that gives life to this living system when it's most alive? And what the conclusion was, people don't resist change. What they resist is being changed, first of all, but also people often thrive in change. We missed it. I think, like I have a little grandchild that pulled himself up in the crib and he's smiling with joy as he, for the first time, stands on his feet. That was a big change, but he's filled with joy. He's so proud. And I think, so that's an interesting report I would send people to. In our program, we do teach the discovery, dream, design, and all the different ways to use this, especially to bounce back better after, or bounce back higher, as one of my colleagues talks about it. These are just examples of appreciative inquiry that just also have a very strong business case. And I can send you articles on these, like the lower left, Bob Stiller at Green Mountain Coffee Roasters. His first summit was at a time where there were whispers of bankruptcy in this coffee company. And then he started using appreciative inquiry every year for 10 years to bring 500 to 1,000 people into the room, and with coffee growers from all over, with businesses that use their product, with customers, and the growth that they had. And they then created the US Fair Trade movement and so on to do good in the world.